Monday 31st of July, looking at the yen index for trades during the kill zone with Bollinger Band and break of structure as the setup. So we get two setups on the Monday, one during the London kill zone here. So that's our first signal, close of the 8:45, and we get another one in New York. We can start looking from 1:15 onwards. So that breaks. So anywhere from here onwards, we start looking for a break of 1 minute structure. So looking at the London one first, 8:45. That means from 9 a.m. onwards on the Monday, we're looking for a break of 1 minute structure on the yen index. Okay, so this is 9 a.m.'s around here. So you come to the charts, this is what it looks like. Something like that. Okay, you mark up your nearest 1 minute high and you wait for that to get broken. Okay, it takes a good while, it takes about an hour, and we finally get a clear break on this candle. Okay, it's the 936 candle. So when this 936 candle closes on the yen, you go and look for your setup on the crosses. So first one is this pound, and so on the pound you'll see we don't get the break of the Bollinger Band, okay, at the same time. Doesn't mean you can't look for shorts on it, but before you drill down into a 1 minute on this, you want to get the 15-minute picture to see which is the best trade to take. So this is the euro yen, and you'll see the euro yen corresponds exactly with what's happening on the yen index. So 8:45, we got the break of the Bollinger Band, or the close of the M15 above the Bollinger Band on the EJ. Whilst it's happening, the low is being broken on the yen index. So far of the setups, euro yen is preferable to pound yen. Okay, and on the Aussie yen, we don't have the break of the Bollinger Band to the upside. Okay, so of the three, we've chosen the euro yen as the preferable trade. So all you do is mark up your 1 minute structure, wait for a break. So this is your 9:30? So 9:36 structure's already been broken. So you'll come into the chart around here. So you'll see that that was the low and it's already been broken. So you could take a short from here. Right, where you take your entry is up to you. Either from a tap back to this previous low, or you can try and find a fair value gap somewhere in here. Or if you want to be conservative, you look for something in premium, maybe put your stop or your limit order here. Now, in the end, it wasn't a good trade. Possibly, like if you let's say you entered here and had your stop loss above there with profit target about 2 to 1, or you can go 1 to 1. Bearing in mind it's Monday and you get this kind of choppy market, don't expect much. So best case scenario, you could have got a break even. More likely than not, yeah, this would have been a loss. And had you traded it on the pound or the Aussie cross, it would have been a loss. So first trade of the week on this setup is a loss. The second setup comes in New York. Okay, so kill zone opens, we get the close at or outside the M15 Bollinger Band, which is at 1 o'clock. So from 1:15, you can start looking for your break of structure. So here's New York opening. So let's say you started from 1:15, that would have been your structure. This then becomes your structure. We follow it down. Okay, it makes a lower high here. So from this point onwards, you can mark this level up to bring your break in structure. You get your first clear close above that at the close of the 14:18 candle. So from 14:18, you can start looking to long the yen or short one of the crosses. So this is pound yen, and again you'll see we did not have the close above the Bollinger Band. Okay, so that doesn't mean you can't look for a short, but before you start looking for a short on this, you want to see if you have a cleaner setup on one of the other pairs. So this is the Euro Yen. Again, we didn't have a close above. And on the Aussie Yen, we kind of did. We did have a close above. So from one, it was similar. Okay, so we got the close above from one. So we could have been looking for the break of structure. Well, no, you have to wait till 1418 and then you start going in. But from 1418, once you look at these, this one looks like the best setup because we have had the move above the Bollinger Band. Okay, so 1418, we're in the New York session. That's London. Okay, here we go. So 1418 is here. So at exactly the same time, we're breaking structure. It looks like a very good setup. You can either take your entry from here. This looks very nice as well because it's coming into, if you're fibbing this level up on a 1 minute, this puts you at a premium just about with a fair value gap. So you could have put your limit order in here, stop behind the nearest high. Either way you did it, it was a losing trade. So you could have been, had you taken this, you would have had 2 losers on this Monday. Okay, whereas on the Euro, despite the fact that we haven't had the close above the Bollinger Band, we have had a clear liquidity take behind it. Okay, so this was London's high. You'll see in New York, it just came up and took that liquidity and it's coming down. Whereas the pound hasn't taken the liquidity. So of the two, if you're looking at liquidity takes, the Euro is the better trade. Now the Aussie, you probably still would have taken the Aussie based on the Bollinger Band scenario, but there wasn't a clear take of liquidity in the same way that the Euro. So this was the London high on the AJ and price was well above it during New York, whereas the EJ, we had a clear high, the high gets taken, and then you can start looking for your short from 1418, and that would have given us this setup here. Okay, that's your low. You're coming to the chart around here, so it coincides pretty much exactly with what's happening on the yen. Now, so here's the thing. This, if you fib this up, this 1 minute structure, and you want to get you know, a premium price with a fair value gap, that's it there. And you'll see that although price went very well in your favor, had you opted for the conservative entry, you wouldn't have got in. So that would have been your entry in. 25 pip, call it 30 pip stop, you at least get a 1-to-1.